It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. Gamble now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
Drive starts with an option, right side. And he'll take this up to around the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Pass play coming here. Throwing the out route complete. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He's dropping back to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Putting the tight end in motion. The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Third down from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They give it to him again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 4 there, and they're going to have a 1st down. They motion the slot man right. Pass play on 1st and 10. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there, and they'll have 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off to the back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Brown able to tack on the point after. And his guys start off well to tie things 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Hauled in left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to the air here. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. To throw it on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. He's got a man left. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. He'll throw it. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Both teams neck and neck so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Everyone's out there, so let's get things restarted. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stopped at the 2. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They pitch it out to him here. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 7.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. 1st and 10 from the 41. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 36. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. Throw left side, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
To the air now on 1st and 10. It is caught left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on first down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Bailey. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw now. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on first down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
From the gun, here's Bailey. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them the first. They'll run again with Bailey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing now on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Back out runs their offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 23. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Throwing from the gun here. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Looking slant route, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a give on the counter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Cut out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The give here on 2nd. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Their offense running back out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Now he's taking a deep shot right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Sending a receiver left. He'll throw again on 2nd down. Campbell hauls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
They kick the running back in motion. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Here's a throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're now set for 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. A very short kick here from the right hash. Zerline puts it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of adjustment and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, is touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Now this offense getting set to work here. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. New set of downs for him at the 38. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 4. It's his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got a man left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, good luck sneaking a draw by this defense on 3rd down, Kate. A quicker little run may have brought them a chance to get the 1st down, but with that delay, this defense was all over it.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Their offense ready to take the field now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. Juke the defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Called in left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's gonna get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Escapes the pocket. He calls his own number again. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They're throwing it. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Zerline puts it through, and they push their lead to 23.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Gamble now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up to the 27. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. It is Cup, left side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Well, the good part is he did bring that play to a stop. Unfortunately, looks like he got banged up on the tackle. He's in some discomfort out there. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down. Slot man in motion right. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing it again here. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. They're running the option, short side. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Brown adds the PAT. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Gamble now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Cut out left.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He'll throw it yet again. This time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's gonna be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 12-yard line.
They'll throw it again. He's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. Has the touchdown. These guys putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys trail by 23 now. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
First down and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 now. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
know I can sound like a broken...
Well, a roar from the crowd as they saw the replay on the big screen, and they will
play is
indeed
under
get a
review.
challenge. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense getting all set for this series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Throwing now on first down. That's incomplete left side.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and they're going to have a first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He fires one deep down the road, brought in inside the 20. And he'll go down here at the 16. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the well again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Oh, they're going for it on an option play left. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, 4th down, I get it. You want the ball with your biggest playmaker. And a lot of offenses, that's quarterback. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down.
Now outruns their offense to take over. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. It's a gain of 4. And they'll have first down. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. This celebration begins for our winners, as with that, we sign off from Memphis.